In the ever-evolving saga of celebrity romance and personal reinvention, few figures captivate the public imagination quite like Kim Kardashian. The entrepreneur, fashion mogul and occasional actress has long been a symbol of resilience, glamour and unapologetic ambition. Recently, during a candid conversation that peeled back the layers of her meticulously curated life, Kardashian dropped what many are calling the boldest hint yet about the possibility of embarking on a fourth marriage. This revelation wasn't just a fleeting comment. It was a window into her dreams of future happiness, her reverence for fashion as a form of self-expression, and the playful nudges from her own family urging her toward new chapters. At 44 years old, with a career spanning reality television, business empires like SKIMS, and even ventures into acting with roles in shows like American Horror Story, Kardashian remains a force whose every word sparks endless speculation. But this time her words carried the weight of genuine introspection, blending nostalgia for lost opportunities with a forward-looking optimism that feels both vulnerable and empowering. To understand the depth of this hint, one must first revisit the tapestry of Kardashian's marital history, a narrative that's as public and scrutinized as her Instagram feed. Her first union was with music producer Damon Thomas in 2000, when she was just 19. That marriage lasted 4 tumultuous years, marked by allegations of emotional abuse and a sense of youthful impulsivity that Kardashian has since reflected on with a mix of regret and growth. It was a chapter that taught her early lessons about love's complexities, setting the stage for her evolution into a more discerning partner. Fast forward to 2011, and the world watched in rapt fascination as she walked down the aisle with NBA star Kris Humphries. Their 72-day whirlwind romance, immortalized in a lavish special, became a cultural punchline. But for Kardashian, it was a painful lesson in the perils of rushing into commitment under the glare of reality TV cameras. The annulment that followed was messy, involving accusations of fraud and a media frenzy that left scars deeper than the headlines suggested. Then came the most defining relationship of her life, her 2014 marriage to rapper and producer Kanye West, known to the world as Ye. What began as a fairy tale romance, complete with opulent ceremonies in Florence, Italy and a brood of 4 children, North, St. Chicago and Psalm, unraveled amid West's public mental health struggles, erratic behavior and irreconcilable differences. Their 2021 divorce was drawn out and emotional, with custody battles, financial settlements, and raw social media outbursts that laid bare the human cost of fame. Through it all, Kardashian emerged not as a victim, but as a phoenix, channeling her energy into motherhood, philanthropy, and her ever-expanding business portfolio. She's spoken openly about therapy, co-parenting challenges, and the quiet dignity of single life. Yet, in this recent podcast appearance, there's a spark of something new, not desperation, but a deliberate openness to love's return. The conversation in question unfolded on the popular Call Her Daddy podcast, hosted by Alex Cooper, a platform known for its unfiltered dives into sex, relationships, and self-discovery. Kardashian, dressed in one of her signature understated chic ensembles, perhaps a sleek black bodysuit paired with oversized earrings, settled into the interview with her trademark poise. As the discussion veered toward her fashion archives and personal artifacts, she casually revealed a project that had been brewing in the back of her mind, a custom wedding dress designed by the late, legendary Manfred Thierry Mugler. I was starting to have Manfred Thierry Mugler design a wedding dress just because I wanted it in my archive of what I would wear, she recalled, her voice carrying a mix of wistfulness and determination. Mugler, the visionary French designer whose avant-garde creations redefined high fashion in the 1980s and 90s, had become a collaborator and confidant to Kardashian in her later years. His passing in January 2022 left an unfillable void, but the unfinished gown stands as a poignant symbol of dreams deferred. Kardashian elaborated with vivid detail, painting a picture of the creative process that felt as intimate as a diary entry. I had the perfect one and we were designing it and making it and I just want that, she shared, her words evoking the tactile thrill of silk swatches and late-night sketching sessions. When Cooper probed gently, the design was just for a rainy day? Kardashian's response was pure her, pragmatic yet romantic. We just talked about it and he said we were going to start making it. I was like, just trust me. No, I just want it. I just know I need this in my archive for one day. I just want to be ready. There's a quiet power in this admission. In a world where women are often shamed for their romantic histories, especially when they exceed the fairy tale norm of one and done, Kardashian flips the script. She's not hiding her past, she's preparing for its sequel, archiving her visions like a curator of her own life story. The unfinished Mugler gown, described by Kardashian as a masterpiece that captured her essence, was envisioned with Mugler's signature flair, structured shoulders for empowerment, a flowing train for drama, and intricate detailing that whispered of vintage Hollywood glamour meets futuristic edge. She lamented its incompletion but affirmed her resolve. She'd still go with that wedding dress that I would want. This isn't mere fantasy, it's a statement of agency. Kardashian has always used fashion as armor. Think of her infamous Met Gala corset or the SKIMS line that celebrates every body type. A wedding dress in her archive isn't just fabric. It's a talisman, a reminder that love, like style, can be reimagined at any age. And at 44, with the wisdom of 3 marriages behind her, she's more equipped than ever to design, literally and figuratively, what comes next. But perhaps the most heartwarming layer to this revelation comes from her family, specifically her eldest daughter, Northwest, who at 12 years old is already a mini force of nature with her own budding sense of style and opinion. Kardashian shared a light-hearted anecdote that underscores the generational shift in how love is discussed in the Kardashian-West household. I think she just said to me the other day, like, "Mom, you've got to get remarried." Like, "You're getting too old," Kardashian recounted, chuckling at North's bluntness. It's a moment that humanizes the mogul, transforming her from untouchable icon to relatable mom navigating the cheeky wisdom of tweens. North, who has inherited her mother's poise and her father's artistic flair, has been vocal about family dynamics in subtle ways, from her red carpet appearances to her viral TikToks. This nudge toward remarriage isn't pressure. It's a child's innocent desire for wholeness, a reflection of how far Kardashian has come in fostering open dialogues about emotions in her home.